and I'm gonna tell you right now what my favorite memory is. I graduated high school early. I was 15 years old when I decided to work full-time at Best Buy. And one day, I decided to do an all-nighter for some reason. I don't know. Basically, I went to work, stood up all night, and then went to work again. So I was basically up for like 36 hours, give or take. And I came home, and I turned on my laptop, and I laid my head down on the laptop, and my laptop was buzzing, and the birds outside were chirping. And for some odd reason, those two noises hitting my ears at the same time made me feel the most euphoric I have ever felt in my fucking goddamn life. I am telling you, I felt euphoria in like 3 seconds of my life, and it felt like an hour and a half. Best memory I will ever have. What's the most kinkiest thing you've ever done in your life? Okay, I had a threesome with 2 other women, and we were all dating people at the same time, and then our boyfriends were watching us while we were having the threesome, and then it turned into an orgy. Probably the most kinkiest thing I've ever done. Which unconventional animal do you wish you could have as a pet? Elephant. I come from my father's balls. I unfortunately come from my father's balls. What's the last impulsive thing you bought for yourself? This is really lame, but I went into Target and I ended up impulsively buying like a shit ton of decorations. I meant decorations. Decorations for Christmas. I bought a shit ton of decorations for Christmas. I guess that's the most impulsive thing I've recently bought. What is the worst song in your opinion? Honestly, I guess I would answer the worst song in my opinion is a song that doesn't speak to you. If it doesn't speak to you, it's probably not great. But that's just my opinion. That's just I'm just being honest. What is a skill you always wanted to learn? Play the drums. Never done it. What's on the top of your bucket list? I want to ride a hot air balloon naked. Where's the most beautiful place you've ever seen in person? So I was in Taiwan, and I think it's a beautiful place because of the circumstances. I was in Taiwan with my ex. We went to go pray at one of the temples. I couldn't tell you what temple it is. I have no idea. I don't remember. But at the time, my aunt was really, really sick, and she was on the brink of dying. So I didn't know that she was on the brink of dying until 2 days before we went to this temple. So my mom was like, I'll call you if it's necessary for you to come, and if something happens, we'll call you. It took us 2 hours to drive to this temple. We're on this huge mountain. I was looking at the temple, and again, I don't really have a religion, but I started praying. Because, you know, when you're in, like, the sad times in your life, you always look for something to pray to. So I started praying. The light started shining. Over this mountaintop, across the sky, across all these trees. I just asked these deities, I was like, hey, just have my aunt pass in a way that's comforting. She passed away literally 10 hours after I was at that temple. So to me, that was the most beautiful thing I've ever seen in my life. Do you decorate your house with during Christmas? I never done that. I had to think about it though. Do you prefer cooking dinner or going out? I actually prefer ordering in, but I do enjoy cooking dinner, depending on the type of shit I have in my house. Are you good at typing? I'm good at typing as long as I'm not told what to type. How old were you when you lost your virginity? 14. Are you double jointed in any way? No. Do you have the biggest fear? Ocean. Who's the next person Logan Paul should fight? Me. Maki, have you ever used the term no? Have you ever told a lie that you regretted? Yes, when I was younger, I used to pretend that I would orgasm and wouldn't. That's a lie that I regret. I no longer do that. What's your least favorite position? I don't particularly like my legs over my head because it hits the back and it's kind of painful. How do you react to anger from others? I'm pretty calm when people are angry. I just kind of laugh most of the time. What's a deal breaker for you in a relationship? A deal breaker for me in a relationship is if you are judgmental. If you're judgmental about anything around me or the people around me, you gotta go. What's the longest time you said E, and can you do it for proof? Let me try. That's about it, because it's gonna hurt my throat if I do it any longer. Any advice for me regarding my chemo? Unfortunately, Electro, I've never been through chemo myself, but as someone who's gone through a traumatic surgery and almost died twice, do not let this break you down. That is my biggest advice for anybody who's sick or gets bad news about their body. Do not let this break you down because you are stronger than the sickness. You want to know why you're stronger than the sickness? Because you're still alive. What's your biggest insecurity? Okay, so biggest insecurity, I'm a Latino woman, and Latino women, normally, this is just like a blanket statement, this is not every Latino woman, but a lot of Latino women, they have hair. So when I was a kid, I used to get made fun of for like my leg hair, my arm hair. I used to get made fun of so much because it was so thick. I'm finally getting over it as I grow up and I don't really give a f, but as a kid, that shit with me. Is there a food smell that you can't stand the smell of? Yes, cold hamburger will make me vomit. What's the wildest online purchase you've ever made? I bought my car online. What's the likelihood of finding a goth girl to spit in my mouth? Actually, like, really high, because I was goth and I spit in people's mouths. What's something you will never ever try, not even once? I would never eat poop. I can't do it. Can't do it. There are some things I cannot do, and eating poop is one of them. What's the weirdest thing that you didn't expect to be sexy. I think I was surprised when I was into asses. I'm very surprised that I enjoy eating ass. I'm not anymore because I do it all the time. But it first happened, it was like kind of surprising. I was like, damn, why do I like this? But I love it and I'm gonna keep doing it. What do I gotta do to get Maki to spit in my mouth? Goth girl style? Arkham, I don't know if I can do that. Maybe $25,000? Maybe $50,000? Something up there. Money would do it. What is one advice you would give your younger self? I would tell her to stop thinking you're gonna die early and stop thinking that your depression is gonna take your life early and start living. Stop worrying. I think that's the biggest advice I would give my younger self. What's the silliest way you've ever gotten an injury? I remind you, I grew up in the cut, so there really wasn't any places that we could play. So my cousin and I were like running on the street, basically like playing. I was wearing chancletas. For those who don't know what chancletas are, they're slippers. I tripped and my toenail came off. Well then, I was wondering if switching between your voices in any way is training. Most VTubers tend to pick one and stick with it. It is not training to go between both. Not because it can't be straining, but just because I train for it. I vocal train so I can actually go in between one and right back into the other one. It's just kind of a skill that you have to grow. That's it. If you couldn't be convicted of any one type of crime, what criminal charge would you like to be immune to? I guess stealing. I think stealing from the rich and giving it to the poor would be kind of like dope. Maki, quick fire ice. I would always pick ice. I really love ice and I don't know why. Which celebrity do you think is the most down to earth? I don't think any celebrity can possibly be down to earth because they're celebrities. That's kind of a hard one. But I feel like Neil Patrick Harris is pretty good. What will you do when you find him? Kill him. Oh god. Oh, me in the booty hole. What do you have in that thing? Hi, Crimson. What thing? What thing? And here you said you're a heavy drinker. Yeah, so since I started my blood thinners, I'm not really a heavy drinker anymore. My blood thinners make it very difficult for me to be a heavy drinker because a couple of shots in and I'm done so. What mythical creature do you wish actually existed? Unicorns. Specifically unicorns that grant wishes. If you don't mind me asking, how many sex partners have you had in total? Probably like 100 something, maybe more. I don't know, dude. I had a lot of sex when I was younger. I've calmed down quite a bit, but when I was younger, it was a free-for-all, bro. I was f***ing everybody. Wonder what will happen if you met these shoujos Zentreya IRL? I'm not a person that goes cuckoo bananas when I meet a famous person, so I don't really have that like, I would go up to Zen and be like, I really like your content. Thanks for putting what you put out into the world. Done. That's good enough for me. Which celebrity or band has the worst fan base? Probably BTS. BTS has a very weird fan base that just makes me uncomfortable. What is your goal in life? My goal in life is to become the best VTuber that I could possibly be and help other creators and people that have this same dream. I want to be able to start donating PCs to people. I want to start donating money to people. Like, if there's somebody that is like stuck in a dead-end job and they just want a chance to try to stream, I want to give people a chance to take a chance. That's like the whole idea. That would be my slogan. I want to give people a chance to take a chance. Have you ever gassed and like farted in public? Absolutely. We all fart in public. I love you with all my goddamn